So Will Smith finally issued an apology on his Instagram page after slapping the shit out of Chris Rock at the Oscars for making a joke about his wife Jada, who suffers from alopecia, which led to her baldness, as she explains here.
Now, y'all know I've been struggling with alopecia, and just all of a sudden one day, look at this line right here. Look at that. Look at that. And so it just showed up like that. Now this is going to be a little bit more difficult for me to hide. So I thought I'd just share it so y'all not asking any questions. But you know, Mama's going to put some rhinestones in there. And I'm just going to make me a little crown. That's what Mama's going to do.
But we know the apology is not genuine. Like almost all the other apologies celebs are forced to make. Let's face it, if he was truly sorry about what he did, he would have apologized right then and there when he was accepting his Best Actor award and apologizing to the Oscars and the Oscars attendees. Chris Rock was right there. So I'm not sure if Chris Rock will accept his apology. But for me, it's a little too late, not public enough, and frankly speaking, it never should have happened. Unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. Chris Rock said a lot of shit about a lot of people in his long career as a stand-up comedian. Did some of those people want to bitch slap him? Hell yeah. Have they bitch slapped him? Hell no. Now what gives Will Smith the right to walk up to Chris Rock on a huge public platform and slap him like a bitch? Nothing gives him the right to do that. And he shouldn't have done that. Will Smith acted the fool and humiliated Chris Rock in a huge public platform, and he needs to make amends by apologizing to Chris Rock on a huge public platform, not a written Instagram note that he probably didn't even write. He needs to show his face when apologizing to Chris, and he needs to look remorseful doing it. Imagine Chris's family at home watching this, his kids watching this, and seeing the awkwardness of the juxtaposition Chris has been put in, having to decide in a split second, what should I do? Should I hit Will back and start a brawl on national TV at one of the biggest events in the world? Should I risk not ever being invited to the Oscars again? Should I risk it all, or should I just suck it up, be embarrassed, and look stupid on national TV and save my career and prospective opportunities? What should I do? Chris Rock had to decide in split seconds because of what was imposed upon him, and he chose to walk away. Bravo, Chris Rock! I know that wasn't easy, especially since you've endured bullying as a kid, and that feeling is still there. And for all of you siding with Will on this, talking about, way to go, Will, defend your wife's honor. I see you, Tiffany Haddish. I see you too, Trevor Noah. I want to ask you this. What if it was Mike Tyson, LeBron James, or Shaquille O'Neal? Would he have been so confident and convinced to walk up there and slap any one of them the way he did Chris? Would he have? Hell no, he wouldn't. He probably would have thought about it, but in that moment, he would have been composed enough to quickly assess the situation and thought about the way it could turn out and stand the hell down. Why couldn't he have done that with Chris? Why? Because he knows Chris. He knows Chris has the ultimate respect for him as an actor and high achiever in Hollywood and is unlikely to respond with like assault. But the biggest reason of all, Chris is smaller in stature and ego. The other trajectory I want to take this from is the prospect of Chris being a Caucasian man. Would Will Smith have slapped a Caucasian man if he was up there saying all that about Jada and fitting all the other attributes of Chris, being smaller in stature and less egotistical? Would Will Smith have been so confident and convinced to walk up to him and lay his hand on him? Would he? And the answer is a resounding no. And we all know why. And did you see Will Smith at the Oscars after party singing and dancing, getting jiggy with it? As if all was copacetic? Reveling in his own songs? But where was Chris Rock? What was he doing? And what was his kids doing while Will's son Jada Smith was on Twitter celebrating? And that's how we do it. What are we teaching our children? That if someone says something about you or your family, smack the shit out of them? Regardless of where you are or who you're surrounded by? Unacceptable. Say what you will, but Chris Rock and his children will never be the same again after this. And the only thing that can ease the pain and lessen the blow of that despicable act is an apology from Will Smith. A public apology in person, not a note. And yes, Chris's joke was piercing, whether Chris intended it to be or not. Especially because Jada has been public about her alopecia that resulted in her hair loss, and the fact that G.I. Jane could be interpreted as Jada being masculine and he being feminine in their relationship, which I'm sure had a little something to do with him smacking the shit out of Chris, as well as the look on Jada's face as you see with his delayed response going from laughing to walking up to Chris and slapping him. But that's been discussed almost everywhere online, thanks to Jada, who has put their private home business in the public sphere. Will does come off as feminine these last few years, and Jada comes off as more masculine. It is what it is. Growing up, I used to always hear the old folks say, Duppy knows who to frighten, and this is a classic example of that. Will Smith needs to grow up, put his big boy pants on, apologize to Chris in person, not a note, and stop acting the fool. People are going to talk. Comedians are going to make jokes and inevitably offend. And Will, dealing with things the way he did in this case, will make people talk about him and his family even more. Get yourself together, Will. Apologize the right way. And don't pull any shit off this stupid ever again. That's all I have to say about this, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. I mean, was it okay for Will to get up from his seat, walk up to Chris, and lay his hands on him? When is it okay for a man to lay hands on another man in defense of his wife? And what do you think may have happened if Chris Rock had hit back? Sound off in the comments below, and don't forget to thumbs up this video if you vibe with it. Share it with someone who needs to be in on this conversation. Subscribe for more videos like this one, and ring that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos you'd like to be in on. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the comments. Bye for now.